Kids are basically torturing here in my country for learning something.
So, what challenges do you face while teaching, especially in the Bangladesh?
Did you read any kind of books?
No.
Read?
Just copy
Did you
someone
read
like
any?
parents or environment. There's you focus on the
Yes,
surrounding you and
yes,
just focus on this conversation and just try to speak
yes.
up and
And sometimes our big John join with me, and
mm,
as you know, Busan University students also join with me.
if you receive these kind of certifications, that's mean this is your reward and the more
Yes, true.
motivate you for your upcoming goals. Hello guys, this is me Abu Bakar. So once again I'm here with my new special guest from Bangladesh, Rony Islam. How are you, Rony Islam?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. What about you, Abu?
Yeah, everything is perfect. And thank you so much for your time for this opportunity to talk with you and discuss a little bit about your career and your English journey. And that is a really interesting topic for our viewers also. And thank you so much once again. Okay, tell me about yourself and what's your education background.
Yes, first of all, it's my pleasure to be here with you, Abu Bakr. And it's really, really great pleasure for me to be spending time with you. So, when it's topic about and question about my educational background, so this is Rony Islam. I'm from Bangladesh. I have completed my graduations from National University here in Bangladesh, and my major was management. Management is about business transactions and managing everything. And that's all.
Well, why you just choose the management, the study in management in as a major?
Actually, Abu Bakr, I was born in countryside in my country. So from my childhood, I wanted to study in English language and literature. But unfortunately, I didn't get that opportunity. So that's why I had to switch myself from English to management. So actually, the story is I didn't want to study in management, but I had to choose to study in
Okay.
this
So
major.
what is the major factor that you become an English teacher?
As I just mentioned, my
Mhm.
hope, my desire, my dream,
Mhm.
all the things were regarding and related to learning English language and literature. So, as unfortunately, I didn't get that opportunity, but the desire, but the hope was just burning inside myself.
Mhm.
So, from that things, I turned myself to learn this language. I really
Mhm.
want to explore this language, though I haven't got that opportunity to study in English language and literature.
Mhm.
So that's the main fuel. That's the main fuel to run
Mhm.
my engine in it.
Mhm. Okay, so my next question is if you go outside in Bangladesh, in countryside especially, and did you find out some
Mhm.
foreigner to speak with them in English?
Yeah, definitely. And my friend, it's my passion. I can
Mhm.
remember for the very first time when I saw a foreigner from America, and I went to him and asked several questions regarding his countries, and also we exchanged some informations about his country and our countries. So I feel really passionate whenever I see any kind of foreign people, like from Germany, UK, or America. Currently, where I'm just living, the city name is Rajshahi. So in
Mhm.
this place, sometimes some foreign people visit this place. So
Mhm.
whenever I get that opportunity, I go to them and ask some questions regarding their traveling, their country, their culture, and also I share my story as well. So it
Mhm.
feels really amazing to spend time with them.
Well, you are lucky, you face someone face to face to talk with them in English. That's really amazing. and you learn a lot of
Mm,
things when you meet someone in face to face, and that's a really productive activities. But in my case, I never meet with anyone face to face to talk with me and exchange some thoughts with them. So you are lucky. Easily you find out someone, and because we are living in
thank
the
you.
countryside, so they are so rare. Some foreigner visit here. So yeah, if you visit to a capital, so most of time you can find out the foreigner, you can meet with them,
Mhm,
but it's a rare case I visit to the capital and just for some
mhm,
important work, like for 1 or 2 days, and it is really tough to meet with some foreigner.
mhm. Yeah, I'd like to add just a little bit with you. That I was born in countryside, but
Mm.
currently where I'm living, this is the urban area, and
Mm.
some foreign people usually visit this place. There are some historical place over here,
Mm.
so that's why some foreign people and some kind of foreign investment also going on over here
Mm.
about the infrastructures of this city. So sometimes some, Chinese engineer, German people, American
Mm.
people come here and visit to those projects. So that's
Mm.
why we get this opportunity to talk with and meet with them.
Well, okay. Before the 2000, a lot of foreigner visit to
Mhm,
Pakistan, but after the 2000, the situation is not good. It's like security issues we face. So the foreigners didn't come to
mhm,
Pakistan from last 2 or 3 decades. So its currently situation is not quite good, and so gradually they like to visit to Pakistan. So I hope
mhm.
upcoming few years
Yeah.
situation will be under control and everything will be fixed, especially the security situation more. The foreigner they visit to Pakistan and easily we meet with them and exchange thoughts with each other. That's really amazing for the English learner, especially when they face someone and they talk with them and directly. Okay, and let's move to the next
True.
questions. Yeah, so how was your
Yes.
experience receiving the English teaching certification from the Busan University?
It was really excitement moment for me. It was the things which boosted me lots of confidence in this journey. I can still remember that scenery. I wake up in the morning and I opened WhatsApp and I got a certificate from Busan University of Foreign Studies. Oh my gosh. It's the certificate about my efficiency of teaching English. That moment actually really, really beautiful and enjoyable, amazing for me. And that certificate really hits me to do something really exciting, to do something really effective for the students of, Busan universities and so on. So that was really exciting moment for me, my friend.
Mhm. I know, for the teachers, the certification is really important. And sometime
True.
if you receive these kind of certifications, that's mean this is your reward. And the more
Yes, true,
motivate you for your upcoming goals.
true. And on the other hand, you will be really surprised and feeling happy about that. They are acknowledging your efforts.
Yeah,
So,
I agree with you. Yeah, definitely. So let's move to the next question. So what do you enjoy most about your teaching career?
hmm, when the topic about teaching English or teaching any kind of things,
Mhm.
feedback and the result is two great things. I teach my students for 3 moments, 2 months or 3 months or 9 months. And when I see that they are showing the good, effective results, and when the parents of that students praise me and share the story, yes, I'm doing really good things about the improvement of their children, and these moments really, feel me amazing and great, and it also fuels myself to move forward. And this is really a wonderful scenery I have ever met in my life.
Mhm.
And that's why I feel so passionate whenever I get this kind of positive reviews from my students' guardians.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, so most of time you are attending Zoom meeting as a host. I seen your lot of meetings, but that is almost around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in Pakistan time, evening time. So
Yes,
how much
10:30.
student? Yeah, something like that. So I think in Bangladesh that is just a little bit late.
Little bit ago than
Mm-hmm,
Pakistan. It's a
mm-hmm,
9:30 for
mm-hmm,
Bangladesh and
mm-hmm.
10:30 for Pakistan.
Okay. So how many students most of time there you get from your country? Because
Mm,
maybe this is a little later time for the Bangladeshi student.
mm. We usually Bangladeshi students,
Mm-hmm.
we don't love to learn something new, you
Mm-hmm.
know. We don't love to experience something new. We don't
Mm-hmm.
love to adventure in our
Mm-hmm.
life. So I usually and rarely I get 2 or 3 students in my class from
Mm-hmm.
my own country,
Mm-hmm.
but most of the times I get more students from Indonesia
Mm-hmm.
and North America, India, and sometimes our Big John join with me. And as you know, Busan University students also join with me.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all.
That's amazing. So what challenges do you face while teaching, especially in the Bangladesh?
This is the questions I really
Mm-hmm.
love to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, as we are living in subcontinent, South Asia, so people in this country who's are teaching and who's are learning English, they have been following the old traditional methods for learning English. What does mean it? It means they are memorizing lots of vocabularies, lots of sentences, lots of grammar rules for learning this language. But in our real life, it actually doesn't work
Mm.
while the question is speaking, right, my friend?
Exactly. I totally agree
As
with you.
you are
Especially this method follow on the school level.
school, college,
Yeah.
university,
Yes, yes.
and those people, those coaches, those teachers who are teaching English here in Bangladesh as well as India, Pakistan, in this subcontinent, in this Asian continent. So working against this philosophy, against these methods, it's kind of tough for me because we are working with some research based techniques.
Mm.
We are working with some scientific techniques where there is no use of memorizing lots of grammatical rules, lots of vocabularies, lots of sentences. So it's kind of tough to convince people,
Mm.
but we are expecting that 80% of people say no to us, and we are expecting 20% qualityful students, the
Mhm.
students who could really understand the method the way we would like to teach them. And we are focusing on quality rather than quantity. So
Mm.
most of the English coaches over here in my country, they are focusing on quantity. They take,
Exactly.
huge amount of students and selling very cheap course,
Mm.
very cheap and short course for learning this
Mm.
language.
You know, one thing,
As you
one
have
one another problem we face here in Pakistan, that is like if you talk with any teacher that is like an English teacher, they never communicate with you in English, and they never face
true.
anyone foreigner for this for the conversation, especially. Yeah, they are good in as a English grammar teacher. Yeah, it's amazing, but they didn't talk with anyone. And if you
True.
ask some question, could you elaborate this topic for me during the conversation? So they say, yeah, we don't have any experience to talk with someone or something like that. Even they didn't give you a speech the front of public. So that is a lot of
Hmm.
lack of knowledge, I think, especially when they start a conversation with someone. So, in my level, if I tell you about my experience, so I didn't learn anything from school. When I joined the
True.
Zoom meetings and attend different Zoom meetings and express myself there and record the videos, so from there I learned a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, these kind of Zoom meetings, and facing new people from
Mhm.
different part of this world
Mhm.
and talking about real English, talking with the English what we really use in our daily life. The school, the college, the universities, they don't teach us.
Exactly.
But in our real life, it's must necessary things to learn. So
Mhm.
that's the challenge I
Mhm.
face here in my country.
Mhm.
But I'm keeping hope
Mhm.
to overcome this situation very
Oh,
soon.
yeah, definitely. Well, my next question is related with these questions. Like, could you share with me some effective method for the English learner?
Mhm. Yes, sure. Thank you, my friend, for giving me chance to letting you know
Mhm.
and your audience as well. You know, my friend, just let me ask you a few questions. How did you learn your own language? Did you read any kind of books?
No.
Read?
Just copy
Did you
someone,
read
like
any?
parents or environment. There's you focus on the
Yes,
surrounding you and
yes,
just focus on this conversation and just try to speak
yes,
up and learning a few words and then try again and then you will become a
yes,
fluent in your mother tongue.
yes.
No
That's
one,
true.
no
You
one tell
didn't.
you, no one tell you about your mother tongue grammar.
Yes, and this is the real fact
Yeah.
in communication, right? So you didn't read any kind of books for learning your own mother tongue. You didn't memorize any kind of vocabulary. You didn't learn any kind of grammatical rules for learning your own tongue. And how did you learn your language? You are still learning, right? We cannot say that we have learned our own language completely. We cannot say this. We are still learning. There is no ending of learning, my friend. Learning is a never ending process. So the things we have experienced in our life, that we have learned our language, our own mother tongue, and we are still learning our own language by listening, not reading any books, not memorizing any sentences or grammatical rules. No, we don't do this. So for learning any kind of language, any, it's not about just learning English. Any kind of language, you have to encounter, experience lots of listening. You have to give input, lots of input inside yourself, and then you can speak gradually. And it takes time, and you have to be patient, and you have to learning this language day by day in your daily basis. You cannot say that you have completed a course which duration is 3 months or 5 months and you have done all the things. No.
Yeah, you know, and there is
If
in YouTube, there's a lot of playlists or a lot of YouTuber. They say just join us and you can learn the English in 30 days.
false. This
Ridiculous.
is
Yeah,
really one of the
I think
falsest things.
learning a new language is a process, 2 or 3
A
years.
never-ending
Yeah,
process. Yes, never-ending process, my friend.
exactly.
I have been learning this English language for teaching as a profession for last 4 years. I cannot say that I have completed all the things, right? So I'm still learning. Every day I practice. Every day I try to learn some new things. How it actually just using in the sentences. How could we make the journey of learning English most suitable and most easiest way, right? So this is another things in my country. Lots of English teachers, they are also selling lots of courses
Yeah.
about they're convincing people that you can learn English within 2 months, even 15 days, even 15 days. And this is really ridiculous things.
Exactly.
This is really.
Okay, let's move to our next question. So, what's your goal as an English coach in Bangladesh?
Mm, thank you, my friend. Actually, I didn't know my goal. I didn't know my passion. I have read a book, and from that, I discovered myself where I'm really passionate about. So I have discovered myself that I'm really passionate about learning and teaching English.
Mm.
So I'd like to see myself after a few years a great English coach in my country. who will teach English with the easiest and scientific way,
Mhm.
where student will join and there will be no hardest path or hardest
Mhm.
techniques
Mhm.
they will follow for learning this language. The journey of language learning would be most easiest and most funniest and most comfortable. So that's my goal. I'm working on it. May Allah know better when He will fulfill my his desire. I'm just waiting for it, and I'm working still for
Okay,
gaining this thing.
I totally agree with you. For the English teacher, when they teach the English to student, I think 50% is motivation is work for the student. You just motivate your students and they will try to learn a new words or new things or just express itself in front of a lot of people and gradually they are more motivated or they are more comfortable and easily they can express itself in front of people. So the main thing is motivation. So, how did you get motivate yourself as an English teacher or as an English coach?
Yeah, actually, as you know, I host class over over here, with Zoom. So when some of my students and people who join in my class, when they give me some honest review
Mm.
about my class, about my classes, they really enjoy my class. So that time I also feel motivated. And on the other hand, currently I'm teaching offline business communication.
Mm.
How could you be great in business communication
Mm.
offline, so physically? So in this time my students, they are also enjoying, they're also connecting themselves with me while I'm teaching them. So this also motivates me. On the other hand, I'm just learning this language, exploring myself, and I practice with myself. And when how I want to express something, and when I can do that, so that time I also feel motivated that, oh yes, what I'm really doing right now, it's workable, it's acceptable. So these are the way how I'm motivated.
Amazing story, you shared with me, and I learned a lot of things from them, especially our viewers. Definitely, they get a lot of motivation from your way of learning and your way of teaching. Amazing. Okay, so what's your future plan? Could you share with me?
Future plan,
Yeah.
actually, as I said that I'm leaving the city, it's named Rajshahi.
Mhm.
So I'd like to be teaching here for learning this language, and I would like to also open branch for kids, because kids are basically torturing here in my country for learning something.
Mhm.
So let alone learning English language. So I would like to also make a platform where they will be coming and playing and acting, and by doing such a things, they will be learning English language. So I have also planned for opening a branch for kids and my students as well. And another interesting things for the students who are studying their major, except their major is English. So I'd like to also open a platform for them so that they can learn English. They can break their psychology that they are the students from different major, but they can definitely learn this language. So yeah, these
Yeah.
are my plans. Allah is over there who can fulfill my plan. I'm
Definitely,
just
I totally agree with you. English is essential for the every professionals. They are in
true.
every professionals, but they must have to learn the English language or communicate with the peoples. If you comes out from the Bangladesh or from the Asia, so English,
Anywhere.
yeah, English is a one language. Everywhere people understand that and they can communicate with you. And especially for your career booster also, you must have to communicate with the people in English language. Well, Rony Islam, thank you so much for your time for this interview. Definitely, this interview beneficial for all students and for our watch for our viewers. Definitely. So, in the last moment, do you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you so much, Abu Bakr, my brother, for having me with you. It was really good time spent with you. One last thing I'd like to tell you about your students. So, if you would like to learn this language, don't fear to make mistakes. And if someone always finds your mistakes, try to be away from that particular person. Just work on this language, try to learn in your daily basis. Never think about your making mistakes. Just go on and explore this. And this is a beautiful language to explore yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rony Islam.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.